everyone. This is Totally Off Track with Vern and Paige.
Hey everybody, we're back.
We're back. He's Vern.
I'm Vern.
I'm Paige.
That's Paige Ocean Girl and Ruth Johnson.
Yes, that's
and
officially
we
my
are
name now.
back after a hiatus, a podcast, and then another hiatus with a new episode of our podcast.
All right, quick explanation time though.
Explanation time.
It's been busy, guys. Scheduling, Labor Day. We record on Mondays, so that didn't work out.
Yeah, and
you know.
Labor Day is, we wanted to respect those who sit at home and tweet.
I had to go to the Japanese festival and watch all the weeaboos. So
I too did something on Labor Day, and things happen. But we're back now.
But we're back,
and we're better than ever.
We're better, and actually this time we have a guest again.
Hey! Remember how that was a thing?
Remember how that was a thing, and then it wasn't, and then now it is again. And our guest today is Gabe Leaky.
How you doing, folks?
Gabe is a friend of ours. He's a friend. He's
I
a film major.
just now learned that I've been mispronouncing your last name.
It's Levy.
How about that?
Yeah.
What'd you think it was?
Kind of like Eevee, the Pokemon.
Levy?
I thought
You
it
thought it
was
was
Levy.
Levy?
Yeah.
You know, I don't really care that much.
Levy, but the Levy was Levy.
Okay.
I'm
So
more
anyway,
of a Hotel California man.
Yeah.
Eagles, right?
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. So our topic today, we should probably get to that.
Well, why don't we tell those
No.
who have probably forgotten?
Definitely not.
What we are a podcast at.
Yeah, totally off track. We're a comedy podcast. We do 3 types of subjects: hypothetical situations, philosophical questions or ideas, and social issues. And today we're going to skip right over a hypothetical situation and go straight into, I guess, what would be a social issue.
It's a social issue.
So we're.
That's right. We're back. And I wasn't waiting to tell this joke 15 minutes ago, but we're back with a nude podcast
Oh my God.
about the leaks of celebrity photos.
Is it too late to leave?
No, it's never too late to leave. All right, everyone. Today it's just going to be myself and Vern.
Hey, if you didn't like that joke, I'm leaving too.
Oh man. Yeah. So yes, we're going to talk about the nude photo leaks. Let's talk it. J-Law. J-Law. The other people who I haven't been keeping up with this, guys. Have you seen her boobs? And her vajay Jew?
Jennifer Lawrence.
All of them.
Okay, so what happened?
Who are they? It's Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence, and then people I don't know.
Just a bunch of other people. There's
Okay.
a lot. There was a ton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody whose photos were like on iCloud, essentially,
Good.
which was stupid to begin with, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, so what happened is a bunch of photos from celebrities in which they are nude or in the buff, as you will,
Yes.
were leaked to the internet, and it's caused a whole bunch of hoopla because that's not good. And
Didn't you use hoopla to describe the Ferguson situation 2 weeks ago?
true story. I had prior to like 3 weeks ago, I would use hoopla maybe once every 6 months. But Avery told me that he enjoyed it whenever I say hoopla, so
Okay.
now
Good.
I've
Good to
made
know.
that a more prominent part of
just-
my vocabulary.
Okay, I just needed to know.
If
Go
I don't
on,
reference
continue.
SpongeBob at least once a day, it's not a good day.
Exactly. Precisely.
Go on, though.
I feel like we got off track before we even got on track.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so a bunch of nude photos were leaked. And there's been kind of a thing about it because, some look at it as an invasion of privacy. Some look at it as like, well, you shouldn't have taken nude photos in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of all across the board. Gabe, you're our guest. Do you have any thoughts about this?
1, have you seen her boobs?
I guess I'll start off with saying, yeah, I have seen her boobs.
All
And,
right.
I wasn't impressed. It's just their boobs. That was the first thing that really struck me was that there's nothing really special about them. No, there really wasn't.
Everybody's boobs are pretty much the same.
I mean,
Different
after
sizes.
I think that on one level it's the media made out way too much of it. These celebrities, we have to kind of decide whether or not they're going to be held to the standards as normal people or treated like celebrities. And if we're going to say that they're going to be treated like celebrities as special people, then they need to they need to understand that by putting their photos in a public place, they're probably going to get snatched by people who are crazy and want to see Jennifer Lawrence's boobs, even though they're not that special.
I mean,
you know?
That's fair. I think... Okay, so the situation is that they were on iCloud, right?
Yes.
Like, it's not like just she was sending them to people privately. Like, I mean, I guess...
What she was going to do with them is nobody's really sure.
Really
I mean, they're her
knows.
private photos, so, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I get it. I've taken the nudes before. I get it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just so you guys know that.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of expert over here.
Oh, man.
We're learning things.
You
until we
know
get
it.
back.
Well, because, like, it's just one of those things, I guess, that you end up doing, especially as a female on the internet. But I don't know. Like, I guess that if I were a celebrity, I probably wouldn't, because that has some pretty major implications, or not implications, but, like, consequences, I suppose,
Right.
that could happen as
It's going to damage your image, which will make you less valuable as a person, because as much as we like to say that celebrities are just people, they do have images, and those images are worth money.
Well, see, I don't think... I mean, I guess that for a lot of people, her image has been damaged. For me, I don't really care.
Yeah,
like, I haven't seen... In fact, this is why I don't know anything about the situation, really, because I'm so uncaring. I've been reading things from, like... I've been reading articles about other shit, like science and whatever. Like, I don't care... that J-Law's boobs have hit the internet. I'm kind of curious, I guess, but like not.
That's a good word. Curiosity is really what kind of struck me when I saw it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I have opinions.
Vern
on.
has opinions. Do you, Vern? Do you really?
And I too, Vern Tooley, have opinions.
Yeah, in fact, Paige has got my... Paige, you can just go ahead and... No.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not much of a secret, but I think Jennifer Lawrence is very attractive.
As do I.
I mean, yeah.
And...
Is there anyone... Avery? Never mind. Avery will never answer us.
Yeah, it's not really a secret that I find Jennifer Lawrence to be attractive, especially in the Hunger Games movie. But I've always thought she's attractive, and since this has happened, I've had a few people come up to me like, hey Vern, I bet you're excited and everything, and I'm like, not really, because I have weird things about that. When I was younger, I had we were talking about this earlier, we were talking about her rather, I had a huge crush on Phoebe Cates.
Oh yeah.
When I was younger.
She was from private school. She was the love interest of Matthew Modine.
You know what? I'm very glad to say that I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I mean, I do.
Oh.
But you don't.
But I don't.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
she was in private school.
Okay, was she in anything else that I would know?
She was in Fast
Gremlins.
Times at Ridgemont High in
And
Gremlins.
Fast
She was an 80s it girl for about 3 years.
Okay, that's
so
all I really need to
she
know.
was a big deal at some point in time.
She was in I Love You to Death with Kevin Kline. Anyway.
Okay.
So, anyway, I was a huge fan of the movie Gremlins growing up. Still am a huge fan of Gremlins.
Who isn't?
And whenever I came into my own as a young male, I found Phoebe Cates. I found her attractive as a little boy. When I was like 5 or 6, whenever I'm like, she's pretty. She'd be fun to I'll play Legos with or something.
Yeah, what do
Like,
5-year-olds
what?
do?
Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
whatever 5-year-olds
How do they
do.
channel their sexual urges? I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
know,
Pooping?
Jessica Rabbit. It'd be fun to play patty cake.
All right,
with
that's
her.
not even a kids movie.
Yeah, okay.
Don't even start that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I had a huge crush on Phoebe Cates as a little kid, and then I learned that there's like a huge famous scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
Yep.
in which she walks out of the pool and exposes her breasts like Judge Reinhold or something. I've not seen the movie, and a lot of the reason I've not seen the movie, and I wish I was joking about this, is because I don't want to tarnish my image of Phoebe Cates.
Don't watch Private School.
I
can't
She's not
remember
even
who
naked.
she is.
She's the only person who
Oh,
really
is she
doesn't.
the one who goes to the beach hotel thing with the
Yes.
guy? Oh, okay.
That's her. She's
Gotcha.
the only one who doesn't show her boobs in that movie, but.
I'm upset that I know about Private School the movie.
Yeah, guys, to anyone who doesn't know, Private School is a relatively obscure at this point, early
should
80s. As it should be. Early 80s I guess you could call it a raunchy teen comedy, but it's
like,
not.
It's like a.
Was it? I've not.
Okay.
I've not seen it. Was it kind of like after Porky's came out, everyone had to come out with
yes,
their own?
it's like Porky's. Porky's you could almost defend as a film, and
let me
private
say
school
it's
can't.
like okay. It's
I like Revenge of the Nerds.
It falls
I do
short.
too.
It falls short of being a softcore porn, but it also falls short of being an actual movie.
Right.
So like it doesn't. It's like this very strange limbo in between softcore porn and
Yeah, go look it up
movie.
if you're listening to this.
Or
go to
don't.
IMDb.
Just like don't. It's sad.
It's streaming on HBO.
I'm sad.
It
Look
is
it
on
up.
demand.
Look it up, but don't watch the movie. I guess is what we're trying to say.
I mean, if you want to
I mean,
experience it, you could. But
Watch like the first 3 minutes of it, and you'll get it.
I've
That's
not
the
seen
credits.
it. I'm morbidly curious. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Let's.
no, it's fine. It's fine. But anyway, a lot of times, as I was saying, a lot of times I've not seen. A lot of reason I've not seen Fast Time at Ridgemont High is because I kind of got this kind of like childhood like thing about Phoebe Cates, where and she comes across like a kind of an she's got that backstory with her dad as Santa Claus, which we won't spoil.
We don't want to talk about that.
But you know, she came across as like, you know, kind of innocent or whatever and everything. And a lot of the time, a lot of the reason I didn't actually, main reason I haven't watched Fast Time at Ridgemont High is because I don't want to spoil that for myself. And so that was kind of my thinking going into learning that there were nudes of Jennifer Lawrence, because I have this crush on. I'm like, I don't want to spoil that. I don't know. Sometimes a mystery is attractive.
I was gonna say, you know, after having seen the photos, I wish I didn't, because I was let down. I was just like, oh, this is just like a normal person. These are just normal boobs, you know.
They're not alien boobs.
They're not alien boobs. They're not, you know, fake and giant.
Alien boobs. There's
they're
only
not
2 of
blue?
them, in the sense that there's not alien
Yeah.
boobs. Yeah. But
What a disappointment,
Yeah.
J-Law.
but
What a disappointment.
that's the thing.
Step up your game.
Step up your game,
Yeah,
J-Law. I'm speaking directly to you, listener number 6, Jennifer Lawrence.
Of Iowa,
No. A regular, I don't know where she lives, probably LA.
LA.
Yeah.
Which is, how about that? I was just thinking, you reminded me, because you were watching my YouTube, I directly addressed Jennifer Lawrence in 2 of my YouTube videos.
This is very
weird.
strange. We should stop doing
this
that.
is really weird. Yeah, she's going to like put a restraining order against both of us.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, as I said, sometimes a mystery is attractive, and, you know, that's the thing. But I saw the tweets. I log on Twitter just to read Rob Delaney's tweets. And I saw tweets that were like, today's the most glorious day. Today's the day. And like, I saw a person like upload a photo of their hand, and it was like all like they had a bruise in their hand, and the joke was like, I masturbated a lot. That's like literally the joke.
We see, it's kind of funny because I saw like the complete opposite of that on my Twitter. I saw celebrities who were very, very offended by the fact that their photos were leaked, and
That's okay. That's what I forgot what I was originally trying to say, but that's the other thing. It's like, I don't know, like an invasion of privacy isn't attractive.
No, it's not.
It's
really
all.
not.
It's not sexy to completely like invade someone's
Like,
personal
it would be
life.
super sexy if Jennifer Lawrence sent nudes directly to my phone. She was like, hey, Paige, Andrews Johnson, I want you to see my bits.
I'm glad we aren't popular, because this would be so weird.
It'd be
Yeah.
so
I mean, it is
strange.
weird,
I mean,
But I mean, this is just some weird dude who bought them for
But
bitcoins.
it's just like, yeah.
Bitcoins. These were purchased for bitcoins and leaked on 4chan. This
Yeah.
isn't,
Wow.
you know,
I didn't
Jennifer
know that.
Lawrence texting someone in like an angry X. Yes, these were purchased for bitcoins. Allegedly, there's an underground market of like leaked celebrity nudes
Damn.
that people can buy into or trade with other celebrity nudes, and
For bitcoins.
for bitcoins in this case. Yeah,
Bitcoins are bullshit.
they are total bullshit.
Much like the friend zone.
Inside jokes.
Bitcoins are bullshit. It's not an inside joke. This is a callback.
Okay, no, yeah, it's a callback. Okay. Wow, I did not know that. I thought it was just...
that's no. This, I mean, you know, obviously the source was from iCloud, but you know, on the.
I read a conspiracy theory that it was apparently Jennifer Lawrence is dating the main guy from Coldplay, and I read a conspiracy theory that Gwyneth Paltrow was mad because they broke up and she leaked Jennifer Lawrence's nudes.
As much as I would love that to be true, I just don't think that's the truth.
So,
But that'd be awesome.
okay, so This was something I read the other day, and my immediate thought was like, wow, this would be something interesting to talk about on the show, and now I'm remembering it. So I saw you know those really stupid image macros of Kermit the Frog sipping iced tea, and it's like,
but it's none of my business.
Yeah, line of text, but that's none of my business.
Yes.
And it was, I can't remember the exact wording, but it was something like, male nude pics leaked, male's a pervert, female's pics leaked, she's a victim, but that's none of my business. And it was like trying to be like, oh, whenever a lady's private photos are sent out to the internet, you know, there's like a double. It's trying to say there's a double standard and everything. But I was I was thinking about it, and I'm like, the only male celebrity nude photos I known to have been released were in instances in which they did they did it themselves. Like the guy who's got a hilarious name,
Boner.
Anthony
Weiner.
Weiner.
Wiener.
Anthony Weiner.
Close page.
Yeah.
Cigar.
So close. Well, there is a politician named Boner.
He's the speaker for the House.
Yeah.
And I don't believe there's nudes of him.
I'm not going to fix that pronunciation.
But the Todd Weiner guy, whose name is hilarious.
He sent like a dick pic.
He sent several dick pics.
Yeah, twice. Two incidents. Separate incidents.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, it's...
I mean,
it would be different if Jennifer Lawrence put these photos out herself, if she sent them to someone and like, you know, over Twitter, for example, then, I mean, she may not be called a pervert because women are not typically thought of as, like, sexual beings like that. She would be called a slut, though.
But, and to argue against this image macro I saw, if you do just go around sending pictures of your ding-dong to random peoples, you are a pervert.
Yeah, you are. Like, don't be a shitty baby, and don't send dick pics.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies.
Unless of course that lady that you're talking to is like, man, all I need in my life right now is an out of context dick. Can you please send that to me? Then permission to send that dick pic.
Part of me just wants to do that right now for the purposes of this exercise.
If you have someone who's consenting, go for it.
Wait, are you saying you want to send a picture of your ding-dong to someone?
Pic?
Or you want to send someone a text like, hey, I want to see an out-of-context ding-dong?
Both, yes.
All right, well, you'll have to pretend... Well, you won't actually.
No,
just go to 4chan and tell everyone, like, make a thread. I want to see your out-of-context dicks. Done. Soch. Go.
That's not happening. You know I stay away from there.
Yeah, I know. We all do.
Can I ask, who wants to see a picture of a ding-dong?
Horny women.
Yeah.
But only sometimes, and usually not out of context.
Because... I mean, they're ugly.
No, I don't think so. Well, some are. Some penises are very ugly. Usually, though, if you're attracted to the person, they're not. Like, okay, you guys, being straight men, enjoy vaginas.
Yes.
Yeah? No?
I'm
You think they're weird?
No, I'm just kind of a thing about uncomfortable seeing people nude.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's fair. So, like, but you, Gabe,
Yes.
you find vaginas attractive.
I do.
Okay. That's how I feel about penises. I find them attractive. Whenever they...
Really breaking it down, guys.
We're really breaking it down, guys. Yes, men out there, women do sometimes find your penises attractive. That being said, whenever we're just given dick pics, it's not... I don't care about how big you are, how hard you are.
This is going to sound like really ridiculous, but like, I really enjoy eating ice cream. But if someone came up to me, like, here's a gallon of ice cream, sometimes like, I just ate. Like,
yeah.
I'm not hungry
legitimately.
for ice cream. Okay.
It would be like someone coming up to you and shoving an ice cream cone into your face.
That's really funny for reasons that I don't think I need to stipulate.
No, that's...
I'm sorry, I just laughed really loud into the microphone, everybody.
No, okay. All of you...
Avery's over here and he's like frantically trying to twist knobs
There's a
whenever
fire
I
in the
open my
recording room,
mouth.
guys.
What?
There's a fire in the recording room.
Yeah.
There's,
going at it with me. Fire extinguisher.
But guys who are listening to our podcast, our main demographic, don't send dick pics. And I guess that, if there were a celebrity whose nudes were just leaked, who was a male, that would still not be okay.
Let's rephrase that. Let's not say don't send dick pics. Because if you're in a relationship where that's
Don't
cool,
send non-consensual dick pics.
Don't invade people's privacy.
Yeah, don't do that shit either.
Let's say that.
That's not cool.
That's not.
You don't need that. Yeah, but I think that it's like if you have, I don't know, sorry, I can't. It baffles me that there are people who are like, yeah, let's just send this person's naked body out over the airwaves, and by airwaves, of course, I mean the internet.
So a series of tubes.
A series of tubes, and I don't get it. I don't really understand. I mean, I understand the appeal of that. I just don't. I don't really understand why people are really driven to do that. But then again, that may be because I also don't understand the appeal of getting very, very excited about or into celebrities' lives.
I was just kind of thinking about how I have a almost complete disinterest in celebrities' personal life, but that's a huge part of I guess journalism, newsprint.
Yeah, entire publications function on that,
Yeah.
That's the bread and butter
of that.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter of a lot of even Rolling Stone has that one page where it's here's Neil Diamond buying a loaf of bread.
There's always a bunch of celebrities coming out of the ocean too, and their old man nipples are just dangling out for the world to see, and I don't need to see that.
No one needs to see that.
It always cracks me up. It's isn't it crazy how celebrities also go to the grocery store?
They don't need to eat. They're lizard people.
And
they eat each other.
Precisely.
They eat each other.
Which is what happened to the career.
They feed off of attention.
But it's that's always no, it's not weird that they go to the grocery store or the beach because they're human beings. I remember one time, this is a real thing, I saw, it was worst beach bodies.
Oh yeah, that happens every summer.
They had the top 5 and the top 5 best and top 5 worst.
What does worst mean? Does worst mean, maybe
gross.
Not... Okay, actually gross,
well,
and not just supermodel?
I'll give you an example. In the top 5 of the worst beach bodies of this publication was Danny DeVito.
I mean, not really fair.
Yeah.
He's 80 years old. That's not fair. That's cruel. Okay, that's cruel.
That's just
He's
rude.
an old man.
Yeah.
He doesn't need that. Is that
just and then there was the other one. What was the other one that I saw? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but that was very scary. But there's another one that was celebrity flaws.
Yeah.
And one of them was about how Daryl Hannah is missing part of a finger, and I'm she's not a celebrity anymore. No.
That was the issue you took. You saw that and you're she's not a celebrity.
She's not a celebrity. I don't know who this is.
It's
This is just a person.
No.
Go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine. Actually, you kind of made me wonder about this because I haven't been keeping up with the whole thing. Do either of you know if there have been people, whenever you go to, the scum of the internet and sites like 4chan, for example, and, you have those pictures of usually women, sometimes celebrities, but, just usually random people, and they have, a breakdown of all of the reasons why they're unattractive, and then something that's 3 out of 10 would not fuck.
Oh yeah.
Crooked elbows or
stubby
fingers or something weird like that.
Left eye is slightly smaller than right eye, whatever. Have they been doing that with these nudes? Because I feel that's something they would do.
I feel it. Well, I don't know. I don't think that's happened because I think that jokes expired on the internet now. I don't think
it's A, a little passe, and B.
But I mean, I'm sure there's a kind of a deconstruction, I guess, or whatever of this person isn't attractive because her boobs aren't symmetrical or whatever it may be, which boobs are, I guess.
Right.
Like,
It makes us think that, celebrities, if anything else, celebrities look like people.
Yeah.
Imagine that, they look like people.
What?
and there's always this like big thing. It's like about how like celebrities without makeup.
90% of celebrities aren't paid to, get naked and show their bodies for money. They're
No.
paid to either act or pretend to be famous.
Yeah.
And, as such, we can't judge them like there's some sort of strange, mechanical sex beings.
I mean, we can.
We can, but it's not going to end up well for your mental health.
True.
I think Paige said it best when she said that, 90% of what motivates, at least me personally, was curiosity. I was just like, okay, that's something, I'm bored. I just kind of want to check this out.
I very much considered looking at the photos, not because I have any, like, real interest in Jennifer Lawrence's body, but because it's like, well, I'm interested. Like, actually, in my head, it's more like, okay, what does a celebrity's body look like? Because I know what my body looks like, and I know how I feel about my body. And, like, there are a lot of women, and I know how they feel about their bodies. And so, for me, it's kind of like okay, so this person is really famous and generally considered attractive. What kind of upkeep does she keep?
Exactly.
I know, I know that it makes it sound like an object.
Though,
but
we all just wonder about that kind of stuff all the time, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
But it's still not cool to take that shit off their phones. And
Oh God, no, that's
obviously
a horrible thing to do.
Yeah. Hey, you person who leaked those photos.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Or multiple people.
Multiple people.
I have a question for Paige and Gabe. Has it ever happened at your high schools, an incident similar?
I'm trying to think. I think maybe even as far back as middle school was really.
Oh God!
Like 8th grade, I feel like there was someone who was in a scandal like that, and they were suspended for a few days.
Wait, the person who sent the photo or took the photo?
I don't remember.
Or...
I think someone took some photos of some girls, and yeah, I think they were. I think the photo taker was suspended or expelled.
Okay, the photo taker was. Okay.
Remember if that was rumor though.
Right.
Yeah, being in 8th grade, I wasn't. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was worried about other
I'm trying
things.
to remember, because I don't think anything like that really happened in high school. I know that there were a lot of instances where, like I don't know, at prom and stuff like that, whenever girls would wear, like, really tight, revealing dresses, sometimes there'd be, like, whispers about that. And which, as a person who isn't a slut shamer, like, I don't really care. I was just like, you do you. But there are other people who got really, like, weirdly upset about it, where they're like, oh, that girl's wearing a really short dress, really tight dress. I'm like, why do you care about this? Why are you worrying about this girl? And I just think that it's one of those things that I don't know what that is. There are sounds happening. We're in a different room.
A different studio.
A different studio. Sorry. We're in a new fancy studio.
Yes, fancy. Highbrow.
Highbrow studio.
I was curious because it happened at least twice, maybe 3 times at my high school.
Really?
Wow.
How big? Well, my high school is pretty small too.
Well, mine is too, but
okay.
I'm from a small town, and if there's like, if someone gets a speeding ticket on Main Street, that makes the news.
Oh, okay.
Like, we're so
Gotcha.
We don't have a movie theater or anything, so our entertainment
Jesus.
is true story. I'm my high school back in my hometown in Illinois. We're in the southern part of Illinois. We have the worst, it's like in the top 3 like worst drug problems of all the high schools in Illinois, beating out like a lot of schools from Chicago. I think it's just because there's absolutely nothing to do in my hometown. But yeah, that happened twice at least, and it was this. I mean, obviously, it wasn't on the same scale as the internet with celebrity nudes, but it's like that's all anyone ever talked about. Where it's like, have you seen da 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 and all this stuff, and it's like, and I remember like one time a guy in my class, like, he's like, hey Vern, and he showed me his phone, and I saw like a girl I had class with, and I was like, whoa, what's this about? She's like, oh, she was with so and so, and they broke up, and he sent out because he's a scumbag, or whatever. They didn't say he was a scumbag. They thought he was like a hero. I'm like, no, he's a scumbag. But.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah, but I'm like, no, that's awful. So it's like the same thing. It's like people have been like, people get really excited when they hear that someone they know in the smallest, vaguest way has a naked picture.
Yeah.
They get really excited, and it's like, it's kind of bizarre to me.
Yeah, what's really strange to me too, and I think that it might just be because I have a different mentality about bodies in general. Because like I was a theater kid, and if you're a theater kid, that changes your perspective on like privacy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do a lot of like quick changes backstage, and so people are bound to see your underwear at some point, boys, girls, it doesn't really matter. And so not everyone gets into that mentality, but for me it became like I don't really care. I don't really care about your bits. I don't really care if you see my bits. If you're really, really into that, like, go for it, I guess. Jeez. But like, I also know that I have never sent, like, I have taken nudes. I've never sent nudes to anyone. Which I know sounds like it's a counterproductive thing. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. But, like, I've never sent nudes to anyone, especially anyone I've known. And, like, because if something happens, if you, like, get into a fight, then there's no guaranteeing that person is going to be...
Not going to be a completely awful person.
Right.
And,
Because I have a picture of someone who I'm not friends with anymore. And I know that this person hates that picture. He just hates it. And, like, because I joked about putting it on Facebook once or twice, because there's nothing bad about it. It's not inappropriate. It's just a picture I took once, and I thought it was really, really funny. And he was like, no, that picture makes me upset.
Like my 6th grade yearbook photo.
Yeah,
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever take a good 6th grade picture ever?
No.
Not
never.
me, especially.
We all
Not
had
once.
braces.
I didn't, but I did have a disgusting hoodie and greasy hair, so... middle school Paige was a dark time. But no, like, so, and the thing is that and I feel like I'm a fairly nice person, and I respect people's privacy and stuff, but even I have been like, oh man, I could put this photo out onto a site.
Oh yeah, revenge.
Yeah, no, like really, I could do it, like I could put it out on Facebook, I could put it out on 4chan and make it into a meme, and
I was curious about the time because you instigated a thought in my head.
Okay.
Are you too familiar with the concept, the vile, scummy, terrible, awful concept of revenge porn?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Very much aware.
What the hell? That's awful.
I mean, obviously, the first thing I'm going to call into question is the validity of revenge porn and whether or not, these amateur videos are actually amateur videos, or if it's just a marketing ploy to help people get off on the fact that they're thinking they're watching someone else's home videos.
I feel like sometimes it depends on the site, because I could imagine that there are a few things that are leaked for revenge, not necessarily on revenge porn, whatever its official website is, probably revengeporn.com. But, like, I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably what it's called. And, I don't know, I think that, it's pretty disgusting if that's what it is.
It's like the absolute
horrible.
worst.
I mean, I think like with leaked photos, or photos that were taken and distributed privately and then leaked, I feel like there's an implicit agreement, that should be made between two consenting parties that, hey, if things don't work out between us, are we really going to want to, share this with the world?
Yeah.
And the answer, I think, should be no. I think that, regardless of whether or not what your spouse did to you or your significant other is harmful, I think that, that's just basic human decency is to not do that, not have to leak the private contents of, a relationship that may or may not have gone completely sour.
Right. And I agree with that. And I feel like that's just sort of the thing, though. Like, if you're going to take pictures like that, I have no problem with people doing that.
Right.
Like, you do you. That being said, if you're someone who's going to really, really regret having those pictures put up somewhere, like if you're going to regret ever taking those pictures, if there's a time where someone is going to leak them and you could get some major backlash that you can't deal with, then you shouldn't take them.
Right.
Like, it's nothing to be like, it's not because I'm like, oh, stop being such a slut. Like, yeah, I don't care about the nude photos that have been leaked. But, like, if you don't want to face those consequences that, in theory, you knew could happen, then you should just avoid those things, in general.
True.
Foresight.
Absolutely.
Have some.
I'll buy that.
That's how I feel.
For $1.
For $1?
I'll buy
Really?
that, yeah.
Can
That's
I have $1?
advice.
I'll give you the $1.
Yeah, okay. I totally was like, wait, I was totally.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Have we actually talked this subject out?
I think, I guess so.
Oh my God.
We solved it.
We solved it. Don't
can-
take photos if you don't want them to be seen.
You can stop writing articles about leaks and stuff now. Internet.
Vern and I have solved
We
it.
solved it. And Gabe.
And Gabe.
Be fair.
Sorry.
And Gabe.
And Gabe.
Come on,
I guess.
guys.
Whatever.
And Avery
I'm
reported
sorry.
it, so Avery helped.
Avery is the real hero here.
Avery is the real hero.
He's the man.
Avery is my favorite.
I told Avery this story before we started recording, but I'm going to go ahead and share it now because my friend Phil Time told me to tell this story. I was at Lou Fest this weekend, and there was a band, Matt and Kim, and they're awesome, and they melted my face. And I've seen them before, and they melted my face too. That's why I'm got this.
Yeah, that's why your face is a little melted.
Yeah. But anyway, they were having, they were putting on a very good show, but they kept cutting out. It was like someone was hitting the mute button, and they were having significant audio problems. And seriously, I'm not just saying this. The entire time I was thinking, like, if Avery were here, this would not be happening. Avery would be able to fix these audio troubles.
It's true.
Because Avery's the best.
Oh, also, I think because we have pretty much talked this subject out, and we're pretty close to where we need to be time-wise, we can go into some shameless plugs and whatnot.
Okay.
So first, though, I would like to say that our good friend Jalen Clark has made T-shirts, or a T-shirt design, I should say.
Oh.
We don't have the physical T-shirts yet, but she did make the design. If you're interested in those, we can put a link up on our fan page on Facebook.
I'm interested.
Good. Go to Totally Off Track on Facebook. We have a fan page. It's pretty clear that it's us.
I can like it right now.
Yeah, you
Oh my
should. Why
gosh.
haven't you liked it already?
I don't know.
We're very close to 100 likes. We're like, maybe 15, 20
I would
people
love
away.
to be like
And I
number 100.
really, really, really want 100 likes. You don't understand. So go to our Facebook page and check out those T-shirts. Also, Jalen, here's a direct shout out to you. Can you make a T-shirt design, or like just a T-shirt that says Avery is my favorite? Because I would really appreciate that.
I would wear the shit out of that shirt.
I would wear that shirt every day of my life.
And can you make a Paige's Dr. Lab coat?
No.
Okay. No.
Please no.
I thought maybe we were on a roll there.
We tried.
What you actually should do is you should like our Facebook page.
Yes.
And then tell a good portion of your friends to like our Facebook page.
The ones you actually talk to.
So that we'll either have 1,337 likes or 999,999 whatever.
Oh,
999
yeah. That's
repeating
a really good idea.
likes.
Do that before the 13th.
Do that before the
September.
13th of September. Not related to any friend Facebook related competition
Definitely
going on.
nothing
right now.
to do with one Jacob Kelleher's friend game season 2.
Not having to do with the scavenger
Nothing at
hunt,
all.
in which one of those two items are required.
Yes.
Is that still going on?
Yes.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
both in the running still.
Guys,
We're very
That's impressive
proud.
/ sad.
Yes.
Hey,
Jacob,
I'm-
I love you if you're listening.
Hey, it's not
We
sad.
miss you so much.
My love for Jacob transcends how sad that is.
Fair enough.
My feeling is, when you got a good thing going, why cut it off, man? Just ride it out, man.
I feel that.
Yeah.
And the friend games is great, especially whenever you get eliminated and you come back into the games.
Because Paige voted for you.
Yes, that's what's really great.
Yes. Anyway, sorry about that tangent. But yeah, no, Facebook page, go to our Twitter page and follow us. We're at Totally Off Track. Oh, wait. Oh, right. We also have a Tumblr.
We have a Tumblr?
Yes, we have a Tumblr. Do we use it? No. Do we have one? Yes, you can find our Tumblr.
It does happen.
It's totallyOffTrack.tumblr.com.
Tumble this.
Yeah, tumble this. If we get enough likes, if we get 100 likes, I'll make an Instagram that we won't use.
Oh, dude, okay.
Just take pictures of food.
I'll take
randomly.
pictures.
You know what? I'll double down on that offer.
Oh shit.
If we get 100 likes on our Facebook fan page, I will personally create and curate the Totally Off Track Instagram. I will do that for you guys.
He'll do it.
You guys are 14 away. I was number 86, by the way.
Oh
yeah, we're 14 away. Get 14 of your friends.
Just get your grandma. Just ask her.
This is great.
Grandma,
this is great. We have 7 listeners. You can tell 2 of your friends will like us.
Make fake social security numbers in emails and just make fake Facebook pages.
Yeah,
just
perfect.
to do it.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
It is very worth it. I'm very close to just doing it myself, but I don't want to.
You've got to friend everybody again, though.
Yeah.
Under your fake name. Just the ocean.
Anyway, so that's our Totally Off Track. Oh, if you have ideas for things that you'd like us to talk about, or if you have comments, if you want to talk about how good we were or how bad we were.
If you think you're funny, and if you think you can do this, if you think you can march in here and sit in front of this microphone for an hour like Paige and I do every week, if you think you're that talented, you come in here and you be a fucking guest on our podcast.
It's not easy.
You try it, huh? This isn't.
It's okay, Vern. It's okay. I was actually going to. No, Vern, come back. I need you. Well, I was actually going to say, email us.
He left.
He left. Oh, well.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
You're good. I was just saying, you can email us at totallyofftrack@gmail.com. Especially if you'd like to appease Vern's anger and be a guest.
I'm just having a rough time right now, guys.
Oh my god, I can't do this right now. Oh my goodness. Oh god.
Gabe, do you have any plugs?
Do you have like a YouTube or Vimeo, or if you'd like to?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter
anything.
at Gabe Leaky, and Kevin Lanigan and I have a podcast. It's I guess you could say it's its maiden voyage. So look out for that.
Yeah. What is the name of said podcast?
Right now it's called the Tiercast, but that may or may not be changing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait to officially plug that as we continue. But
whenever we have a link for that, if I can remember to do it, I'll post that on our Totally Off Track page.
And if she can't remember it, I'll do it.
Good. And if neither of us can remember, then fuck you guys.
That's fine. Everybody else does.
Oh.
And if you think you can remember to link Gabe's podcast,
no, Vern, Vern, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, and then you can find me places. I have a blog that I sometimes update, not usually, but sometimes. And it's called Renaissance People. It's renaissancepeople.wordpress.com. I just talk about things, especially being a young woman / feminist in a college setting, and also English things. And then you can find me at tipping_teapots on Twitter. You can find me on Tumblr. Good luck. You can do all that stuff. You can also, I don't know, love me unconditionally. Send me
madly.
Send me Facebook messages. Talk about how cute you think I am. I'm pretty cute. I know you can't see me, but talk about how cute
that
you
voice
imagined
sounds
me.
cute.
Yeah, you know.
And I guess as far as I go, I too have a Twitter. It's Varnyo, Varnyo. And then I have I have two YouTubes. One's Vernyo, one's Vern. And if you think you can run a YouTube account, can try. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Vern, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, actually, I can tell you that I watched 2 hours of Vern's YouTube videos last night, and it was an experience. I laughed.
Know what else is an experience? Ebola.
You know what else is an experience? The beautiful, beautiful experience of having Avery as our sound engineer. Every week we record this podcast.
Avery does a great job. He works tirelessly to produce this podcast. And you know what? If you think you can produce a podcast where you come in here every week and you plug microphones and I'm sorry.
Actually, you know what? Every time we talk about Avery, I feel like we're on one of those like PBS fundraisers.
And here's Bob Saget with some rousing stand-up.
Avery isn't Avery great? You know, I remember back in 2012, whenever Avery was just a wee, I don't know, audio major.
Every year, thousands of podcasts go unproduced because they don't have an Avery. Donate now.
Donate to Avery, everyone.
Donate money to Avery.
Avery is my favorite.
If you see Avery on the street, just give him your money. Just pull out your wallet and
give him your money.
Take it, Avery.
Hug him.
He'll try to resist, but no, you thrust your wallet upon him. You do not let him leave without your money.
Don't let him say no.
This sounds an awful lot like rape, guys.
Yeah, it does. I think we're done.
Yeah, I don't think we're done.
All right.
Well, thank you for tuning in to Totally Off Track. Glad that we could record again.
Yeah.
And we'll probably do this consistently
for the
next few weeks.
Try really hard to get back on the regular.
Get back on track.
And we're going to do that, and we're going to try that. We're going to try to get back because we really thoroughly enjoy doing this podcast. We really enjoy providing these for all 7 of you to listen to.
Yeah.
And we like you people listening to it and comments and stuff. But we genuinely we like doing this because it's fun to do, and it's fun to have cool people like Gabe in to talk to.
If we didn't like doing this, then we definitely wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, and we haven't been doing it, but it's not because we don't like doing it. It's just because
it's been scheduling problems.
Yeah, we don't like scheduling, but...
No. All right, are we good?
I think we're good. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for coming on, Gabe.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Woo!
Woo! Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye,
Later,
everyone.
guys.
And if you think you can end a podcast...
Stop, please stop.